Yo, what is going on, Game House? I am Germ here, and a new series we're going to be starting on this channel is myself. I am Germ. I am going to be breaking down all different kinds of picks. We're going to be talking about one tricks, off meta picks, pro players pulling out new picks, new strategies, new styles, all that kind of stuff. We're going to be educating you guys on what's going on, what the pick is, how it works, and how you can hopefully pull it off in your own solo queue games as well. In this video today, we are obviously going to be going over Taric in the jungle, and the player we're going to be looking at today is this man, Light Rocket 2. He is a challenger player on the North American server. I believe he's in like the top 40 right now. He has over 1,000 Taric games played this season. Recently, he's been playing a ton of Taric jungle. He has like a 52% win rate overall, a 52% win rate on Taric, and if he can make Taric jungle work in his challenger level games, I think the 99.99999% of you guys out there who are below challenger can probably make this pick work in your games as well. So if you are a Taric player who's wanting to try out something a little bit different, wanting to head to the jungle, maybe you want to check this out. If you're a jungler out there looking for a little bit of an off meta pick that might actually be pretty strong, this might be the pick for you as well. So we can see here pretty normal stuff. He gets the leash. He's going into the blue buff. We can definitely take a look at the skill order. Obviously, he's starting out with a point in Q and then going with a point in E second. So he's able to stun up the Gromp. He's getting some hits off there. The big thing about Taric jungle is definitely his passive bravado. After casting an ability, Taric's next two basic attacks within 5 seconds gain 100% total attack speed. So, you know, when you're casting abilities in the jungle, Taric's going to get a ton of autos off. He's going to be able to beat stuff up. He's got CC for the scuttle crabs. He actually overall has a pretty decent clear. Just a normal bot side clear there. Blue buff into Gromp into Wolves. And then obviously one issue with Taric can sometimes be his mana pool overall, but in the jungle, obviously you're going to be grabbing a lot of blue buffs and stuff like that. So mana hopefully shouldn't be too big of an issue, but it's definitely something to be mindful of. You can see your clear is very healthy. You have tons of heals, tons of shields. Like I said, you're getting a ton of autos, a ton of attack speed, stuff like that. One of the interesting things I wanted to point out about his skill ability order, he goes Q, E, W, then Q, E, R, and then Q, Q, E, E, R, E, W, W. So he is not actually maxing out his Q. He is putting 4 total points in Q, and then totally maxing out his E, then totally maxing out his W, then ending up putting the last point in the Q eventually. So again, almost maxing out the Q, only going 4 points now. Maybe that's getting a little bit too in-depth. Maybe that's getting a little too min-maxy. I'm not sure. But if you guys want to check out what he's doing, again, he's not fully maxing out the Q, but he is getting 4 points in his Q before he's maxing out any ability. So far, you can see here, still, he's gotten through 5 camps. He's gotten a scuttle. He is going on the invade here. One thing about Taric is he is definitely a good dueling jungler. Obviously, you want to make sure you have pushing lanes. You want to make sure you have help and all that stuff. But like I said, Taric, even though he's known as like a supportive style champion, he's more of a tanky champion, the heals, the shields, he can still scrap it out a little bit. If you stun somebody up and you get, you know, 3, 4, 5 autos on him, and you can actually be good in some of these extended fights. Now, hey, obviously this time a bunch of people show up, a bunch of people roam on him. It doesn't exactly work out. You know, he ends up getting rushed out of the jungle, and Tryndamere ends up getting the kill on him here. Is Tryndamere going to go down to the tower? Yes! Taric actually gets the trade kill, so we end up getting a 1-for-1 and stealing away the other team's camps, which is pretty hilarious as well. Obviously, when you're going into any game, one of the first decisions you have to make is that Rune Page. So we can take a look at his Rune Page as well. He is going Phase Rush with Mana Flow Band. Obviously, like I said, mana going to be a big thing on Taric. When you don't have blue buff, you want to be mindful of your mana. It's definitely something you can run out of. Going with Transcendence and then Water Walking as well. Your jungle, you're going to be roaming around all the time. Water Walking is going to be good. Transcendence for more CDR. That's always awesome. We're going Resolve Secondary, and I can never remember what these Resolve runes are called. This is Conditioning. After 12 minutes, you're going to gain Armor and Magic Resist and increase your overall Armor and Magic Resist by 4%. And then we're going to be going with Unflinching as well, which is going to be the Tenacity and Slow Resistance, which is obviously going to be good for a champion like Taric. He's definitely a good champion pre-6. Obviously, once you hit 6, you're going to get the ult, you're going to get to go a little bit crazy. But even leading up to 6, like I said, you have some decent dueling, you have CC, you can help out your lanes, you actually have okay ganks. Yeah, you are just a Taric, you know, just walking in, but you have a stun. If your laner has some gank setup or anything like that, you can come in and do some things. Also, the rune stats here, he's going with attack speed, ability, power, whatever it's called, and then armor as well. Pretty standard stuff for the jungle. Where Taric jungle gets especially spicy is on the build for sure. So we can take a look at the items he's building in this game. He's started out with a red smite, a pink ward, and a yellow trinket. He doesn't think you need pots, and you really don't on Taric, to be honest. Like I said, we really haven't even seen him go below like full HP in any of this clear. So yeah, the extra pink ward, maybe that you can get a little utility out of that, set it up in a good spot, prevent invades, maybe look for a gank, clear out some wards. Who knows exactly what you want to do. Get creative with it there. He's in obviously going into a Balmy Cinder and Boots. Boots, really good on jungle. Balmy Cinder, good on jungle. All that stuff, pretty standard. But he goes for a Frozen Heart first item. You know, that's going to give you some health. It's going to give you, you know, a little bit of everything that you need with the armor and the mana and the ability haste. Not giving you health, but armor, mana, and ability haste. All going to be really, really good stuff with Taric. The more you can spam those spells, each auto is reducing your cooldowns as well. You're going to be so annoying with all the heals, shields, utility, stuns, everything that you're providing. And Frozen Heart is really just kind of an overall great item for him. He goes into the Ninja Tabby, and then he's going into Sunfire Cape. But the interesting thing there is you can actually go a bunch of different tank items. Like I'm pulling up solo queue stats for Taric right now, and you know, Sunfire Cape or Sunfire Aegis first item has a very good win rate on Taric, but so does Turbo Chem Tank. Frostfire Gauntlet is an item that I see built a lot as well. It can be very good. I've even seen people go a Divine Sunderer on Taric. So as far as your mythic item, you have a bunch of different options, and you can suit that best to whatever you want your play style to be. You can also suit that best to your team comp, to how your team's doing, what kind of champions you have. You know, in this game, I want to say that the Taric has some carries on his team. We can pull up what actual champions he has real quick. He has an Olaf top lane and a Yasuo mid lanes. You know, in this game, he maybe doesn't need to go as damage oriented. He can be a little bit tankier. He can be a little bit more supportive. Obviously, the Taric ult is going to be really good on Yasuo. It's going to be really good on Olaf. The stun is going to be good on both of them as well. So he goes a little bit tankier. He goes for the Frozen Heart, Tabbies, Sunfire Aegis, and then you can see he doesn't get all the way to his next item there before the game is already over. But when I'm looking up other good items on Taric, like on the stat websites, there is so many items you can go second and third. Some people go Knight's Vow. Some people go Black Cleaver. There's a Shirelia's is an option. Essence Reaver is an option. Some people are going Anathema's Chains. Spirit Visage is obviously really good, increasing those overall healing and shielding. A lot of people like to go Winner's Approach, which is obviously going to give you some more mana as well. That can be very strong. Thornmail. I mean, you really get to pick whatever tank or supportive style items you want. If you're feeling extra spicy, you can go a damage Taric. I see that there's some Blade of the Ruin King, Essence Reaver, Divine Sunderer type builds and stuff like that. I don't think that's crazy good. There's also Ardent Censer is an item that is viable on Taric as well. But overall, I would say the bread and butter, the most standard build is going to be, you know, a Sunfire Aegis, a Frozen Heart, and then either like a Winner's Approach or a Spirit Visage. I would say that's going to be good for you, you know, probably 90% of the time in most situations, in most scenarios. Making sure, obviously, hopefully you have at least one strong damage dealer out of the top lane, mid lane, or AD carry position. But yeah, Taric is kind of a champion that can do it all. He is very versatile. And like I said, this guy is just spamming Taric jungle over and over again. It's working it's working for him in a ton of different compositions, in a ton of different drafts, and a ton of different styles, and it's working for him at the challenger level. And like I said, if he can make it work at the challenger level, you guys can probably make it work in your games as well. But go test it out. He's a good champion. Strong, healthy clear. Maybe not the fastest clear in the world, but a strong, healthy clear. It's going to be easy to pull off. You're not going to be dying to camps or anything like that. A pretty fun champion because you can scrap it out early. You can go to make plays. You can fight at the crabs. And just like this, you can pull off some nice ults in team fights that are going to make your carries a little bit stronger. If your teammates are inting, it's going to make it impossible for them to die. It seems like this is a very strong, good pick right now. And like I said, in solo queue, it actually has a 53.3% win rate in 2,000 games played. It's not like this is an off-meta bad champion. This is an off-meta strong champion. This is probably an underutilized champion right now. So maybe you guys want to go out there, farm some free elo, farm some LP of yourselves, just like our man Light Rocket 2 is doing right now, climbing up all the way the ranks in North American solo queue. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Let me drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Taric in the jungle. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's cheesy, bad? I don't know. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Make sure you subscribe to the Game House YouTube channel. Click that button below. That would be absolutely awesome. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then.